Once upon a time, deep in the jungles of Africa, there lived a gorilla named Tamba. Tomba was different from other gorillas. He was taller and more powerful than most males, with thick, shiny fur and arms strong as steel. Despite his intimidating appearance, Tomba had a soft and gentle heart. He preferred to sit quietly under a large tree, watching the life of the jungle unfold around him. While others were busy fighting and defending their territory, Tamba enjoyed sharing fruit with the other animals and helping smaller creatures in need. Tamba had a noble dream. One day, he wished to see all the animals in the jungle living together in peace, without conflict. The jungle was often plagued by battles over food, water, and territory, which saddened Tamba deeply. He always tried to mediate and solve disputes peacefully, but his efforts were often ignored. Even so, Tamba never gave up, believing that if he worked hard enough, he could change things. One bright morning, as Tamba rested under his favorite tree, he suddenly heard frantic cries coming from afar. He quickly got to his feet and ran toward the sound. Pushing through the dense jungle foliage, he saw a terrified young antelope being chased by a fierce lion. The lion's name was Rex, one of the most feared predators in the jungle. Rex was muscular and imposing, with sharp eyes that struck fear into the hearts of all who crossed his path. At that moment, he was chasing the young antelope, intending to make it his lunch. Without hesitation, Tomba rushed forward and placed himself between Rex and the antelope. "Stop, Rex!" Tomba shouted, planting his strong arms firmly on the ground, ready to defend. Rex halted in surprise, glaring at Tomba with a hint of annoyance. "Why are you stopping me, Tomba? This is how nature works. I'm hungry, and I need to eat." Tomba remained calm and firm. "I know you're hungry, but this endless chasing and killing only fills the jungle with fear and chaos. Perhaps we can find another way to solve this problem, rather than resorting to violence every time." Rex scoffed. "Another way? Are you going to provide my meal, Tomba? This is the law of the jungle, survival of the fittest. You're too soft to survive here." Tomba wasn't angered by Rex's words. Instead, he replied calmly, "I believe that strength doesn't always have to be used to harm. I'm strong too, but I choose to use my strength to help others, not hurt them. You're a powerful hunter, but maybe you could consider other options." Before Rex could retort, a strange noise echoed from the depths of the jungle. It was a low, rumbling sound, as if it came from beneath the earth. All the animals paused, nervously looking around. Then, the ground began to tremble slightly, the trees shook, and a sense of unease filled the air. Tomba and Rex immediately became alert, their previous conflict forgotten. They knew that such an unusual phenomenon could mean something terrible was about to happen in the jungle. "We need to find out what's happening," Tomba said, turning to the young antelope. He gently reassured her, "Go back to a safe place. It's not safe for you here." The antelope gratefully nodded and quickly dashed away into the jungle. Tomba and Rex, now allies, headed toward the source of the disturbance. When they reached the heart of the jungle, the sight before them left them speechless. A massive crack had appeared in the ground, and from within came the eerie, rumbling sound, as if a giant creature was moving beneath the earth. The crack was expanding, uprooting trees and sending animals scattering in fear. Tomba quickly realized that the crack had likely been caused by an earthquake, but this one was far more serious than any they had experienced before. Worse still, the crack was growing wider, threatening to swallow the entire jungle. "We have to act fast," Tomba exclaimed, his voice full of urgency. "If we don't stop this crack from spreading, the whole jungle will be destroyed." Rex frowned. Though he was a fierce lion, he understood the gravity of the situation. But what can we do? We're just animals. We can't fight against a natural disaster. Tamba thought for a moment, and suddenly an idea struck him. There's an ancient legend about this jungle, he said. It's said that deep within the earth lies the heart of the land, a mystical stone with the power to control the forces of nature. If we can find it, we might be able to stop this disaster. Rex looked at Tamba skeptically. That's just a legend, Tamba. How do we know it's real? Tamba's eyes were filled with determination. We don't, but we don't have a choice. Even if it's just a legend, it's worth trying. If we don't, the jungle will be lost. Rex glanced at the frightened animals around them, then nodded reluctantly. Fine. I'll go with you. But if this turns out to be a wild goose chase, you'll answer to me. Tamba smiled gratefully. Thank you, Rex. No matter what happens, we're a team now. And so, the two unlikely allies set off on a journey to find the legendary heart of the land. Their path was fraught with danger. They had to navigate dense jungle, cross treacherous rivers, and avoid lurking predators hidden in the shadows. Along the way, Tamba's courage and wisdom saved them from many threats, while Rex's strength and speed helped them overcome numerous obstacles. Though their personalities were vastly different, they began to respect and rely on each other. Finally, after days of travel, they arrived at a mysterious cave hidden deep within the jungle. This was the place where, according to legend, the heart of the land was buried. A faint green glow emanated from the cave's depths, beckoning them forward. That must be the heart of the land, Tomba whispered, his heart filled with hope. But as they prepared to enter the cave, a giant lizard suddenly emerged from the shadows, blocking their path. The lizard was enormous, with skin as tough as rock. It was the guardian of the heart of the land, tasked with protecting the sacred stone from being misused. The lizard spoke in a deep, rumbling voice, "Why have you come here? The heart of the land is not for just anyone to claim. Only those with true courage and a pure heart can possess it." Tamba, undeterred, stepped forward and replied, "We have not come for personal gain. Our jungle is in danger of being destroyed, and we seek the heart of the land to stop the disaster and save our home." The lizard's eyes narrowed as it studied Tamba and Rex. After a long silence, it finally spoke, "Very well. You have proven your sincerity. The heart of the land is yours, but remember, its power must be used wisely. If misused, it could bring even greater destruction." With that, the lizard stepped aside, allowing Tamba and Rex to enter the cave. Deep inside, they found the heart of the land, a glowing, pulsating stone that radiated immense energy. Tamba carefully approached the stone, feeling its power resonate through the ground. With great reverence, he touched it, and immediately, the earth stopped shaking. The crack in the ground slowly began to close, and the jungle returned to its peaceful state. Tamba and Rex emerged from the cave as heroes. The jungle animals, who had once been divided by fear and conflict, now looked to Tamba as a symbol of unity and hope. Rex, too, had changed. Through their journey, he learned the value of cooperation and the strength that comes from working together. From that day forward, the jungle thrived in harmony, with Tamba as its wise leader and protector. His dream of a peaceful jungle had finally come true, and he was remembered as the gorilla who, with courage and kindness, saved them all. And so, the legend of Tamba, the gentle giant, lived on, passed down through the generations, reminding all who heard it that true strength lies not in power or force, but in compassion and unity. Do you still like today's story? If you like, please remember to subscribe to this channel and click the like icon. You can receive notifications and hear the latest stories as soon as possible. Good night, my baby.